Hi everyone and welcome to this UCAS tutorial part 2 where I will go through the UCAS form in a bit more detail and show you how to fill each section in, so hopefully you don't make the mistakes that previous students have, and it will save you a lot of time going forward. So let's jump right in and get started. Okay, so this is the screen that you're going to first see when you log in, and you're going to click personal details. So this is the first screen that will load up. Now, a lot of this information is pre-populated from when I signed up. So there's all the name, the addresses and things like that. A couple of things and errors people put, I will just go through. So if my name's Joseph, I need to make sure I put my name's Joseph. And then it says preferred first name. If I prefer to be called Joe, I will then put Joe. So obviously make sure you get that right. Another common error is students putting their name lowercase at the start. Make sure you put capital letters. Going down onto postal address, make sure that's your correct address, which it should be because you signed up with it. And obviously you will only change that down here if your home address is different from this. But I'm guessing this will be your home address, so there should be no need for any change. Obviously put your mobile numbers in and things like that, which you'll receive texts and alerts from them. Make sure your email is a sensible one. Now, a lot of the things below are drop-down lists. So nationality, you'll just click on it, click which one applies to you. Now, your dual nationality, if you are a dual national, you will then be required to fill in your passport details here below. But for the vast majority of students, you will not need to fill this section in here. Reference numbers, you just need to leave these boxes blank. If you're unsure, just click on the little tab at the side. It will tell you what they are. But this section here, you will leave blank. So scrolling down brings you on to passport details, which I've said you won't need to do unless you're a dual national. Now this bit usually catches a lot of students out. Now the only two really that I've come across that you will need and will probably apply to you is O1 and O2. If your parents are financing your university course, you will put O1. If you are applying to the government for funding, like the vast majority of students, you will put O2. The second area that students get wrong is student support arrangements. Now this is where your parents pay tax to. So if you pick your mum or your dad, there's obviously a drop down list. So it might be Kirklees City Council, it might be Wakefield City Council or Leeds City Council. So that's where your parents pay tax to. But again, if you're unsure, click this here. These two boxes here will be no, so you'll enter that, and you will keep scrolling down to the bottom. Now you can update your preferences, which you set up at the start. So most of you will put that you want universities to contact you and update you about any offers, but you can change that. Now, nominated access is where you give access to someone who can discuss your application form with universities if you're unavailable. So you might want to put your parents or someone you trust, or you can also leave it blank. For the disability section, again, make sure if you do have a disability or any special needs, make sure you put that in there, because universities have some fantastic support available for students with a disability or a special need. And as you can see, you click the list and you just choose. It's dead straightforward and done. Once you've done that, make sure you click section complete. Once I've filled everything in, I'll click section complete and I will click save, and it will bring you back to the home page. Now, because I've not filled everything in, it's going to give me here a checklist of what needs to be done. Once I've done everything and I've clicked save, section complete, it will put a red tick in this section here. So that's what you're looking for, to get all these red ticks before you can pay and send at the end. So that's your personal details, dead straightforward. Just make sure you watch out for some of the common mistakes, and we'll move on to the next section. Okay, so the next section is choices. Now, you are allowed up to 5 choices on your UCAS form. You can put 1, but again, you're limiting your options. Now, the fees when you send off your form, if you put one choice down, you'll be charged £20. If you put up to 5, you will be charged £25. So make sure, and I would advise you have a range of courses on there. I would also make sure your courses are variable in terms of your predicted grades. So what we advise is you maybe pick one course that is aspirational, so slightly above your predicted grades. I would have 2 courses that are in and around the grades you are getting, and I might have 1 or 2 which are called safe choices, which are below your predicted grades in case you didn't achieve the grades you wanted for your exams. So have a range. So filling this section in, you've got some advice there. If you click the link, it will take you and talk to you about student finance. But I'll just fill this in with you. So add a choice. Now this is where Unifrog comes in real handy here. So what I've done is I've pre-populated Unifrog, and I've decided that I want to go to Durham and I want to study sport, exercise and physical activity. What you need to do to fill in the information on the UCAS form is you click course page within Unifrog, and it's this number here, C603, and it's at Durham University. So what I will do, I know it's at Durham, so I will click the list. It's at Durham University and the course is C603, and I will click enter. Now, a lot of universities have a number of different campuses where the course might take place. Make sure you find out the exact campus of where your course will take place and input it here. And as you can see, Durham have got all these different campuses, and it'd be up to me to find out which campus it's on. A lot of them will be on the main site, but some of them may differ. So for this example, I'm just going to put college or allocations pending in here, and I'll click enter. So that's done. Now the start date. So start date for the vast majority of you will be 2021. If you want to defer entry, which means have a gap year, or start studying in 2022, you will click that and it will put deferred entry yes on your form. But for the vast majority of you, it will be 2021. So I'll click that. Living at home while studying, I'm going to put no. Now for the point of entry, again, the vast majority of you will leave this section blank because you want to start in the first year. This course is a 3-year course. I want to start in the first year, so I'm going to leave that blank. If the course you have chosen is a foundation course and it has a foundation year, in this section you will simply enter 0. But because this course has not got a foundation year, I'm leaving it blank and I'm going to click save. And as you can see, on this section now, I've got my university choice there. All the information is correct. I can remove that if I change my mind. I can edit this section here, or I can add a choice. I can add another choice up to 5. Once I've done that, I'll click section complete. Even if I click section complete now and click save, as you can see, it's got a tick there because it thinks I'm only applying to one university. But I can always go back into this section and add another choice and then save it again. So that's it for your choices. Again, if you're unsure about anything, you can watch the little video at the side, but hopefully that will help and you won't be making any mistakes. Okay, so I'm going to skip education because this is often the most difficult section for students. So I'll do a video just on education on its own. So we'll go to employment. So for the employment section, make sure you put down the correct names and addresses of your most recent employers, and you can put up to 5 in here. Obviously, if you've not had a job, you'll just click section completed and save. Just one thing and one tip on this section: make sure you spell your employer's name and their address correctly. Again, using capital letters, etc. Make sure you get everything spot on and get someone else to check your form if you're ever unsure. So that's the employment section. Now your statement, which is obviously going to be the most important part of your form for you because it's the most important piece of writing you will do. This section this year, they've included a guide to writing your personal statement. They've obviously got a video on here as well. Plus you've got all the additional information that school have provided and the information that's on Unifrog. Once you've completed your personal statement and you've had it checked several times by members of staff and you're happy with it, you will copy and paste it into this section here. Again, it tells you you've got 4,000 characters and 47 lines. It will tell you if you are over, and obviously if you've met the count, it will tell you how many characters you've got. One thing I would say is make sure you do not copy anybody's statement at all. It's your own piece of writing, and if a university suspects that you've copied it from anybody else using the software that they have, then they will simply not offer you a place. So once you've done that, you'll click preview, and if you're happy with a preview of your personal statement, you will then be able to click section complete, and you'll be able to click save. So once you've done that, you should have ticks, red ticks in all the boxes. I then have the facility to click view all details, and I can see all my form. If there are some areas that are not complete, this will tell you. So obviously it's telling me I've got errors, or there's bits that I have not filled in here, as you can see as I scroll down. I've not put my student support arrangements in where my parents pay tax to, things like that. So just make sure you read this, you check it, and you're happy with everything. Once you have done that and you have got ticks in all these boxes down here, it will then let you click pay and send. It won't let you click pay and send at the moment because you've not got red ticks down everything. Once you click pay and send, you will obviously put your card details in, or your parents' card details in, and your form will get sent to the universities of your choice. The universities will not know which order you want to rank them. So you might have a first choice down to a fifth choice. The universities do not know that. They just receive your application and treat it like any other, so don't be worried about that. So hopefully this video has helped you to spot out any of the common mistakes that students usually make, and hopefully it's going to save you some time when you're filling in your UCAS form. I'll post a video 3 which will specifically help you filling in this education section, so I will see you on the next video. Thank you.